Hello, everyone, wherever you're joining us from. Yeah, this is Disruption. I welcome you to our very first episode. I'm excited to be here. I'm also excited that you are here with us today. Today, I have some very, very important guests with me in the studio and in the presence of Daniel Bamilosi. He's a computer engineering student, 300 level. I call him my machine learning Oga. I mean, he's very good at it. Any system that you need to build, Daniel will build it for you, definitely. He's looking at me in shock. I also have Emmanuel Omolaja here with me. Laja, in fact, I don't know the words you begin to use to describe it.
Right.
Anything that you need, web design or cybersecurity, it's even doing UI UX. What can Laja not do? Laja is a very, very gifted man. All right. So you might probably be wondering what we want to discuss here today. The whole essence of Disruption as a podcast is to inform you on how artificial intelligence and modern day technology, such as automation and the likes, are shaping and redefining what we know as jobs today. Yeah. So you might have probably heard about, AI is going to take my job. AI is not going to take your job. You might have heard that argument from one or two places. And you might probably start wondering, am I safe with the current course I am studying? Or am I safe with the current job I am doing? So we are here to give you the best possible information that we can to keep you updated, and also to help you stay ahead of the curve in whatever you are doing. Okay, so on our first episode, this is the very first episode, we are going to be discussing the topic Beyond the Hype, a practical guide to AI for beginners. I'm going to take that again. Beyond the Hype, a practical guide to AI for beginners. And like I said, I have Daniel Bamilosi with me and Emmanuel Omolaja. So we are going to be dissecting this topic in the simplest way possible so that you understand it. All right, so we are going to get into some of the questions that we have before us today. And so some of these questions could be what is also on your mind, but I'm sure we'll cover most of them in our discussion along the way. Okay, so who do I start with? Which of my able men do I start with? I think let me start with Daniel.
Yeah.
Let me start with Daniel. So Daniel,
Hi.
it's without a doubt that we are in the fourth industrial revolution, and what is driving it is AI and automation, right?
Yeah, that's right.
In simple terms, for our audience listening, what would you describe AI as?
AI, that's short for artificial intelligence, is, in my opinion, humanity's attempt at replicating human intelligence. Basically, trying to create a system that can reason, do things the way human beings do, in my opinion.
Okay, Raja, what do you think?
I feel what he said is very, very correct, and it's well structured. The way he placed it, humanity's attempt on recreating human intelligence. At times we get so bored that we look for a solution to the problem that might not be there. But like he said, just in a layman language, it's just any machine that can think, can reason, or learn. Yes, I would say learn, like an human. So yes.
So when we say machines that can learn as humans, that is machines that can probably read, right?
Yes,
they can read.
Yes,
they can, let's say, solve maybe problems
yes.
like a human being would. Maybe, for example, the teacher comes to the class and says, "Hey, what is 2 + 2?" The machine can also do 2 + 2.
Yes.
Or a machine can do a differential equation.
And it's
or write an essay, something like that.
Yes, and all these things that he's doing, he learned
it just the same way human beings go through the learning process. You come to a class, then the teacher, then the lecturer or whoever is there teaches you, and then you take it, and then you give it back.
Yes.
So typically that is how AI works, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
That is just what AI simply is.
In layman.
In layman's language.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. So, like I mentioned earlier, AI is part of is a major driver in the fourth industrial revolution, and there's like nowhere that you go to today that you won't hear AI. Even I'm pretty sure that if you ask a 6-year-old today that have you heard of AI before, even though they might not be able to explain it to you, they can tell you, yes, I've heard of the word AI before. So AI has become like a buzzword for everybody, from business owners to professionals, even students, even the random man on the street. It's safe to say that as long as he has a device, he knows what AI is. Yes. So, in your opinion, why do you think AI has become such a buzzword in recent years? What do you think is driving the hype? Laja, what do you think is driving the hype?
That was a fast one, but all right. What I feel is driving the hype.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when human beings have become more about, should I say, lazy? I don't want to use the word lazy because they just want.
Well, you're a programmer. I think that word is fair for you guys.
Yes,
you said that programmers are lazy, right?
I think so. Human beings, see, you don't necessarily need to always do difficult things for you to achieve a goal. And human beings have become way like that. You know, I think it's with the generation. You know,
So we're just looking for the easy way out.
we are looking for this way out. Look, before our parents are like, you get up in the morning. Even some people, they still use like brooms. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I know that. But people are evolving to, how can we just make all these tasks? Does it really have to be difficult? If it can be done in an easier way, do we always have to use this traditional broom to sweep? If we can just have like a vacuum and just bam. And right now I think they use phones to control vacuums and like just the sitting room, just the kitchen and all that. So people are looking, okay, for example now, in those days we used to grind pepper. So like I still remember when I was very, very young, my grandmother.
Isn't that stone grinder here?
Yes. So now you see that thing then they believe it's hard work and all that. But gradually people just feel like if something can be done easily, why do we need to put too much effort in it? So I think that's one drive. And that came with a newer generation. That's what I feel.
So Gen Zs are looking for how to do things quickly, sharp.
I didn't say anything. When they come and drag me, I don't say anything. But in a way too, I think human being I feel we are
I think it's just part of evolution. When we move over time, we find easier way of doing things. For example, if we look at how man has evolved over time, I think let's just say the very first technology that man ever created was fire. And
I don't believe that. I believe in the Bible. Let's continue. According to science. Okay, I believe in the Bible. According to science.
But let's look at it because what is technology simply? Anything that betters the existence of man.
Yes.
So from fire, we moved on to different ages. We have the Stone Age. That's when we found fire. We moved on from the Stone Age to the Ice Age. From the Ice Age, we have moved on to...
I think Bronze Age.
We've moved on to the Bronze Age. We moved on to the... I think we've also... I'm not sure what's next after the Bronze Age. I can't really remember. But we've also moved on to I think there's also an Iron Age. There's an Iron Age as well. And there's the Dark Ages. Yes, there's the Dark Ages. Don't mind the name dark, but technology, there was a lot of innovation around the Dark Ages. We also then... Let's just say now we are in the modern age.
Yes.
Over time, human beings have always found a way of doing things easier.
I think they are solution providers by nature. Like we just
want to look
easier
for a way to do things better without stress.
That's what it is. My guy does it.
So, Daniel,
Yeah.
from your own point of view, why do you think AI has become such a buzzword in such years? Do you think it's because of ChatGPT?
Actually, you have a point.
Because I remember when ChatGPT launched in, I think, 2022. And then they were just, OpenAI was just like, I think OpenAI has been around for quite a long time. But the product that they released, that ChatGPT that they released, it just like put them at the forefront of everything. But what do you think? What do you think it could have been that made AI like in the space of 5 years become something people are so interested in?
I feel the way OpenAI approached the launching of ChatGPT, they didn't just create any ordinary products. They created a product that you could share with your friends, that you could tell people about. That I found something new, you should try this out. I think, was it on a podcast I heard that, or was it? No, it was a lecture by S1E1 Combinator that when you're creating a startup, you need to create a product that, like, community driven, exactly. You can tell people about it. You don't really need to market it that much. People do the marketing for you. So I feel OpenAI made a product that excels at that. That's why it really blew up the way it did.
That's calm.
And again, I feel the AI sphere is actually very competitive. No one wants to be like at the back burner. Everyone wants to be at the front of something.
You see companies pouring in billions of dollars into investments and just trying to make sure that they are ahead of everybody. They're ahead of everyone else.
If someone is leading in something, the next week someone has released something to top that one. It's a competition. It's not healthy, actually. But it's all right.
But don't you think that before AI became a buzzword, it actually existed?
Yeah,
people should
that's the thing actually. AI has existed for a very long time, and according to history notes, the term artificial intelligence was coined back in 1956 by John McCarthy. That is about 69 years ago. So you can understand that AI isn't just a today's technology. It's not a 2020 technology. It's not a 2025 technology. We've had AI for as long as... it's safe to say we've had AI for as long as man existed. Because if we also go back a bit, we can find out that there are... From the ancient times... From ancient times, man has always thought about a way to make machines reason just as him. Even philosophers thought about it. But what has made it more prominent is the introduction of electronic computers. I think electronic computing paved the way for AI to become what it is today. Because it is through the works of scientists such as Alan Turing, we have Alan Turing and the likes, that made innovations and made theories surrounding all these things, and we can see the practical uses today. So, like, going back to what you said, I think it still stems down to we looking for a way to make things easier for us. That's why I think people would have thought that, okay, if we can get a machine that can reason as us, we'll save the time on doing this certain task and we can put our effort into doing other things. I think that's about it, right?
Yes.
That's right.
Okay, so in moments ago, I think I mentioned how we have moved, how man has evolved over the years, from the Stone Age to the Ice Age and all the likes. And we also give a bit of history about AI, but we didn't go so deep into it. So I want us to dissect it also. What can we say has been the evolution of AI? How has AI evolved over the years? Like, if we're looking at how AI was developed, from the early thinkers to the innovators that we have today, what do you think the history of AI has been like?
All right. History of AI. All right. So I remember in my primary school when I was learning about it was
Computer science,
yes, computer science. It's not fifth generation.
I think yeah, fifth generation.
We thought of them as robots.
Mm-hmm.
We thought of them as the powerhouse for robots. We thought of them as all those guys with eyes, with hands, with legs, and with all that. And it seemed kind of impossible, kind of
Science
wow.
fiction.
Yes, science fiction. Yes, that's very good. Thank you. But all of a sudden, in today's world, an AI can be something as AI can be integrated to like anything. In those days, I just felt like the majority of the world was looking at AI as
The standpoint from robotics.
Yes, standpoint from robotics. But now you can integrate AI to trading, crypto, forex trading, but they must not cash it. You can integrate AI to as well as the sporty bet. People do it. You can integrate AI to AI, and that's what now I think changed the whole definition. That is not only machines, it's also software, it's also programs, also things like. So I feel that's just the evolution part that I know of. But first of all, human beings are like, yo, this robot, this guy that is moving the metal piece of metal pieces combined together, moving, asking you to do so stuff and all that. That's what people saw as AI. But now AI can be in anything, can be in anything. And I feel for me that's how it has evolved over the years.
That's really cool. That's really cool. Well, I think before we begin to speak of robotics,
Yes, sir.
we would need to speak of the early thinkers.
The early thing.
The early thinkers. For me, I think I can, if we're looking at the evolution of AI, I can put it into three major categories. Let's say three major time frames. Let's say the 1940s to the 1950s. Let's tag it as the early foundation of AI. And for a long time, like I've mentioned earlier, human beings thought about the idea of machines being able to reason
Like them.
just like them. Yes. And during the period of the 40s to the 50s, we had the introductions of electronic computing. That's when you have your first generation computers, second generation. Not to bore the audience with any of this computing stuff, but you can look it up if you're interested. So we had in the 1940s and 1950s, that's when electronic computing actually became a thing for the very first time. So computers were made for use, well, not for commercial use like the one of today. It's not like today where you can easily get your laptop and fit it into your bag. Nah. I mean, those systems of back then, they could take space in an entire room. Yeah. So I think from typically that point when electronic computing became mainstream rather, that we can see AI was coming from. Even with respect to the original thinkers about making machines to be able to perform tasks as human beings. I believe what I'm saying is making sense.
Yes.
Then the next timeline that I want to highlight would be the 1960s to the 1970s, when for the first time we had actual AI systems, that is systems that were programmed. We trained the systems. I'm still going to make a clear distinction between what AI is then and what AI is now. So back then, if you were thinking about AI in the 60s, the 70s, you're probably thinking about a system that you coded and a system that you coded and you told it that, hey, if you see this, if this condition is this, then do this. If not, do that. So typically AI was based on a series. AI was based on a series of, let's just say, if and else statements. Based off on if and else statements. And then we also moved on to the 1970s to the 1980s. That is what I would love to call the AI winter. So with the whole boom of the 60s to 70s, everybody is hype, everybody is happy, everybody is elated about what possibilities of what AI can do. But I think the world got to a point where the expectations became unrealistic and the results were actually quite disappointing. So during that period, funding and research activities around AI declined quite a bit. So people started saying that I think maybe people were like second guessing what it could be. Does it have potential? And I think it's been that same way for every technology that has come out. There's always that point where people second guess the technology before it becomes adopted. You take a look at the likes of social media today. Elon Musk. When he started launching rockets, people were like, "Is it actually a thing? Is it possible?" But today we can see that it's actually possible. So I think in creating any new technology, there would definitely be that point where people doubt what the technology can do. But I also think it is important to set realistic expectations when we are setting out on any kind of innovation.
Does AI have realistic expectations? Because look at it from this.
Speak.
I'm about to get cancelled.
Speak.
But look at it from this angle. If we say AI has realistic expectations, I'm looking at AI next coming years as being one of the main source of drug combination, drug prediction.
I think that's even started this year.
I
think that's started right. Daniel.
If you say we should set expectations, we should set reasonable
Expectations.
What exactly
are we setting, right?
Are the expectations we are setting for AI? Because somebody crazy enough can just become. I can tell you that there are some things that they are working on right now that if not because of there are some new technologies that they are working on right now that even surpasses what AI can do right now. We have so many. We have not so many. I won't say so many, but one I'm very sure is quantum computing.
Quantum.
Yes. And you see, once you hear about quantum machine learning, you hear about things, and you hear what they expect it to do, but they have not been able to do it because of probably it's when we're talking about, just go and Google, I don't want to bore anybody. When we're talking about quantum computing, that's to do with like cooling and all that. So you need a very because you have to keep it stable and zero error tolerance, whatever. Just go and research it. But if you hear of those machines, those things that they can already do and people predict to do, you're like, is there actually an expectation? I only say the only thing they can do is completely build a human being. Like, you can never hear that.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Because I think we've diverted a bit, but let's just run so that we can go back because we're talking about AGI. Daniel, we've been hearing about AGI for quite a while now. And even Sam Altman, the nice CEO of OpenAI, he said that is it not like in the next couple of years we should be close to AGI, right? So AGI stands for Artificial General Intelligence. And that is when AI systems are able and can fully reason just as human beings.
Lord of Jesus.
Right? That's now, right?
The thing is, people don't exactly like Raja said, people don't really know what AGI is. It's still like up for debate.
It's still up for
There's
debate.
no like specific definition for what AGI is. It's I don't know.
It's still on a superficial level.
Exactly.
Nobody
People
really
see
gets
it as different things. Sam Altman that said, I used to see people post on Twitter that AGI has been achieved internally and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We don't exactly know what AGI is.
We don't know what. Okay, it's true. We can't say what the definition of AGI is.
We know what ZASI. That one is artificial. Is this special intelligence? I'm not too sure.
I think let me hold you up here because we're still going to come back to the types of AI.
Okay.
So that is like later on in the conversation where we're still going to come back to the different types of artificial intelligence that we have. And like, where was I? I think I was talking about the AI winter. That is 1970s to 1980s, where the expectations became unrealistic and there were disappointing results around AI development that saw funding and research activity decline. Then I think the fourth time frame is the one that we are currently in. And that started, let's say, about the 1980s. That's when we saw a resurgence and advancement in the interest of AI again, because we were able to create things such as expert systems, neural networks, and the like. And for the first time, we actually saw the applications of AI systems. For example, in 1997, there was a chess match between IBM's Blue Deep and Gary Kasparov. I think it was the chess grandmaster at the time. I'm not sure about that, but I think it was the chess grandmaster at the time. And he played against the system, and the system beat him that year. And I think a couple of years later, Google released AlphaGo, right? That I think the world best player at the time also played against the machine, and the machine also beat him. So I think that is when people started, like, maybe people developed an interest again. That, oh, okay, yes, this thing can actually reason like human beings. It's sort of possible for the systems to do what exactly we are doing. And even as of today, modern day 2025, we can see AI systems incorporated into cars. That's why you can hear of a Tesla driving by itself, or a Waymo without a driver. What do we call it? Autonomous vehicles. Yes. We also hear of let's say chatbots, like the likes of OpenAI. The likes of ChatGPT, Gemini, and Cloud, and all of that. So we can see how mainstream it has become and how things have evolved rapidly. So to just recap the evolution of AI, I think AI has moved from being an idea typically, to the hardware itself. That is when we can see it in mainstream computing. Then from the hardware, it has moved to more of the software. Then I think there's more of a balance between the hardware and software present. What do you think?
I think it's correct based on what everything you said.
Fine.
Okay. All right. So we're still in the process of understanding the basics and all. And I'm sure one question that people have on their minds is, how does AI work? How does AI work? For example, how do I tell ChatGPT that, hey, generate a letter for me, write a letter for me to my boss telling him that I'm sick and I won't be able to come in for work today? Or AI is incorporated into a vehicle and the vehicle drives by itself. So how does AI work? How does AI work? I think.
How does AI work?
Yes.
AI works. It's similar to training a really dumb child. Like, you know how kids how they often don't show like too much signs of intelligence at first. But like as they grow old, they get new experiences. They know what to do and what not to do.
But that's after you have been disciplined by your African mother.
Yes,
you tell her you don't want to be okay.
Thank God for mothers. So they learn from experiences. They know what to do and what not to do. It's similar for artificial intelligence. But for AI, you need data. I think that's one of the major reasons that made AI a success during the late 1900s. There was, I think, prior to that, that's when the internet came out. So all of a sudden there was like a lot of data available for them to.
In 1969, that was when we had the ARPANET project and all. But I mean, the World Wide Web became mainstream in 95.
So basically, there was like all of a sudden there was just a lot of data available that wasn't available before the internet was around. So AI works when you basically train an AI model, a model on data. Lots and lots of data.
I think let's still break it down there.
Okay.
What is an AI model? So what you summarize now is that we have AI. AI is synonymous to a young child who knows nothing.
Yeah.
So we train the child.
Yes.
And that's the same way we train the AI with information.
Yes.
And now you mentioned model.
Yes.
So are you saying that what in your own words, what do you mean by that AI model?
An AI model, how should I define this? An AI model is like, should I say, under the hood is basically just math, honestly. Basically like an algorithm that has gotten very good at doing something. Let me say it like that.
Okay, so we can simply say algorithm plus data is equal to AI.
Exactly. Well, okay, let's say yes.
Or you still have something you want to add to it?
No, actually, let's just keep it like that.
So we can simply say there's an algorithm, maybe like a computer program, and once we train that computer program on data, then we have artificial intelligence.
Yes. But the difference between the AI we have now and the one we have back then is, back then when it all first started, the AI in quotes was like, it followed instructions to carry out tasks.
So it was hard-coded.
It was hard-coded, exactly. But the AI we have now, it learns on its own. It's like I say, find the prime numbers between 1 and 1,000. I write an algorithm for that can easily find the prime numbers.
So it's more, what we have now is generative AI, right?
I wouldn't say...
What you just described, should we term it as generative AI?
Not generative AI. What do you mean by elaborate on that, please? I don't quite get what you're saying.
For example, you said that the AI systems then were hard-coded.
Yes.
These are the instructions, you follow them now. But then you are describing present day AI.
AI systems.
Right. So present day AI systems are more entwined with generative AI.
Not exactly. Generative AI is a field in the AI space as well. But what I'm trying to say is, back then we used to use like AI, but not really AI. Let's say systems back then. They function based on instruction sets. They follow this instruction to carry out a task. But the AI systems that we have now, they learn patterns
And
to carry
based
out
on
the
those
task.
systems. Yes.
Based on like the data they've seen,
data that has been
the experiences they've had. They use that one to determine, like, based on past experiences, they get really good at what they do.
So it's just like a human being when you are learning to ride a bicycle.
Exactly.
So you get onto the bicycle.
The more you try, the better you are.
The better you are.
Exactly.
Riding the bicycle.
Exactly.
Okay. So going back, still going back on what we've discussed just now. I would want us to elaborate on traditional AI systems and generative AI systems. Traditional AI systems and generative AI systems. The AI that we have then versus AI that we have now.
Okay.
How have the two differed? How are they different from each other now?
The AI we had then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and AI of now.
Okay. I think you guys have mentioned it, to be honest. AI then was more like, it was more like set to perform a specific instruction. I think at then you will see a chatbot. Like, I'm not talking about AI powered chatbot. Now you say chatbot AI powered chatbot. Then you see a chatbot and I'm like, oh yeah, this AI. A chatbot that is replying to messages that is already there. For example, just like you are in a e-commerce shop and you're like, you want to ask about transaction issues. So you click on it and it's like, hello, I'm your assistant. And you click on transaction. Then they programmed it to have a specific request for a specific stuff. Like if you have a problem, just tell you. But now AI is more like it can respond to you not based on a specific question. I don't know what I'm saying makes sense. Let me use this The chatbot we have now, right now, that
Yeah.
you go on OP and you be like, you have problem with your transaction, then you can refer to it as artificial intelligence. But now, what makes those chatbots for you to be able to say, okay, this chatbot is artificial intelligence, AI power, must be like it's able to answer based on the scope that you programmed it to answer. Apart from that, most of the differences, I think every both mentioned it. Yes, you've actually both gone through it. So
Okay. So, just before we move on, I think in my own point of view, I think the clarification between what AI is then and what AI is now is more of the tradition versus let's say versus modern, old versus new. So if we are referring to the old AI systems, we are looking at systems that focused on specific predefined tasks using already written algorithms.
Yeah.
And they lacked the ability to adapt or generate novel ideas, as opposed to AI of now.
No.
AI these days can learn from its own experiences. The AI of, let's say, the AI of the 60s or the AI of the 70s, then they couldn't learn from their own experience. What they know is what they know. They are not forming new data. As a human being, just think of it typically. As a human being, you come to a place for the very first time. You are in an environment. You are learning that, oh, this is how people do things here. This is how people do things here. Over time, you will see that based on what you have learned from your time there, you begin to portray or exhibit some of those things that you've learned. Probably you get to a place and you learn that in that place, by greeting, they are kneeling down. They kneel down to greet.
Yes.
You have learned that. Then you get to another place. You realize that subconsciously, you just begin to, maybe you see somebody, you want to kneel down and greet them. So you are mirroring what you have learned. So I think that is how modern AI works. It mirrors what it has learned. For example, you know that 1 + 1 is 2. Typically, the next thing you intuitively, you know that if 2 + 2 is when you have 2 ones in 4 places.
yeah.
So that is when you have 2 + 2, 4. So it is able to adapt and it's able to create new data similar to its training data. And just like Daniel said before, AI is simply algorithm plus data. Algorithm that has been trained on data. Right?
Yes.
And can learn from the data.
And can learn from the
Because
data.
past AI models were just algorithms with data, but
They're just algorithms, but they were not learning from
they're
them.
not learning. Yeah.
All right. With that being said, that brings us to the applications of what AI is now. Like I mentioned earlier, AI is now mainstream. You pick up your phone, you ask ChatGPT. For example, when I have assignments, I know when I have assignments, my lecturer should not hear this. When I have assignments, I pick up my phone, and if the assignment is stressing my life, I would just probably tell ChatGPT, hey, generate this for me. Do this. And I'll give you specific instructions that, hey, I want you to maybe give me list the generations of computers that we have. And I can add the specific instructions such as add the dates, add the names of the computers, and make it sound formal. That kind of thing. So you give it all the specific instructions. And that is just one aspect of an application of AI. That is, we can say that is AI in education. That's how AI has helped research. So what other ways do you think AI is being applied?
I would have actually loved it my guy would have first come before me. But one of the most beautiful ways is, I don't know, you can judge me probably because don't let me say anything, but it's in finance. Finance.
Yeah, in finance.
AI in finance. AI in finance is doing beautiful things. It's doing beautiful things. Where you hear an AI bot trading for you, crypto, forex, stock market, and you realize how very accurate it can be at times.
At times. Let me put it as a caveat. We are not telling you to go and use AI to trade. Please, don't say that you got it from us. We did not give you the idea. Right.
Disclaimer, do your
Disclaimer, do your own research. Exactly.
But yeah, we can't deny that it's they are integrating it to that field. We can't deny it. And it's beautiful because you realize that the only reason why many people do it like that is because of human emotion. Many people decide that they want to create a bot that makes those financial decisions for them. I don't know if you might say it's foolish or not.
And I think one of when it comes to money,
yes,
you need to make hardcore decisions. And as human beings, our emotions play quite a role in the way we manage and handle money. And our experiences say a lot. By the way, this is a book recommendation for the audience. I think you guys should check out The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. All right, so let's go back.
So I think finance is a sector that makes me wonder that because imagine. Okay, let me just say something. Imagine an institution putting millions of naira into a piece of software and be like, okay, just trade this for us. At times, AI will predict market price of the next day and tell you the reason why I predicted this market price, the reason why it will be like this, right? BTC will be this exact amount next day. The reason why $1 will be this exact amount next day. It's because of this news. And it's very amazing. Something I find very, very, very interesting. And that thing is AI is gradually entering into medicine.
Yeah.
Or it has even entered into medicine.
Yeah. And I think, Daniel, you do work with machine learning around healthcare.
Yeah.
So
sometimes.
Can you just maybe give us just an overview of how AI has changed what healthcare service means?
How AI has changed healthcare services. To name a few, I feel nowadays there are really, really good AI systems that are good at detecting different, what should I call it? Maybe, for example, you have an MRI, a scan of the brain.
Okay.
AI can easily detect if the brain has a specific condition. Let's say a tumor in the brain, or maybe in the lungs, or fractures, and
it's making diagnosis more easier than what it was before.
Exactly. There was a time, was it for a hackathon? I think where microscopes were limited, the company hosted the hackathon that with this data create an AI system that can detect the presence of this type of, I think it was malaria, trypan. Let me not go into that. That can detect, I think, this parasite in blood cell samples. So various use cases like that, AI really comes in handy when resources are limited, particularly in healthcare situations. But personally, I feel if a really cool application of AI is when the consumers take on the role of engineers, because of the internet, you can literally learn anything online. There's a unique use case I found online. It was a hackathon at I think MIT. A group of students made an AI model that you record the sound of your child, the cry, and the AI model will classify the cry as maybe the child wants to eat.
Oh wow!
Does he want to use the toilet?
That's very.
And I really love that idea. It's unique. You don't think about things like that.
It is because with that kind of technology, more parents can understand their children better.
Try the one that did not plan the child. People that did not plan that. I don't know what they are doing.
Okay. So I think one other area that we haven't talked about AI application is agriculture. Agriculture. AI is changing the way that we are doing farming.
Okay.
AI is changing the way that we are doing farming. With AI now, I think I was at a conference about a year ago, and we spoke about how AI is redefining and shaping farming, particularly smart farming. So the person who presented the session spoke about using AI to manage agricultural production, and from classifying the soils, so to help you understand if the soil is right for planting. That is one. It can also help you to track the development of the produce over time. So you can know that, okay, this part of my farm, on this part of my farm, maybe the cassava is not receiving enough water. It can detect that for you and notify you that, hey, the cassava is not receiving enough water. Add water it more. Or maybe you're producing rice in one part, and maybe the place is not getting enough water as well. I can tell you that, hey, add enough water to this area, or else the crops might die out. So that is an area that I think AI is very, very helpful, and it can help to ensure food security. Typically, it can help to ensure food security and make the lives of farmers much more easier. Okay, moving on from the applications of AI, I want us to look at some of the hypes and misconceptions around AI. Like I mentioned earlier when we started at the beginning, people would have probably heard that you guys, the audience listening, you must have probably heard that AI will take your job. AI is coming for your job. This, that. Then there are some people that will reassure you again that, oh no, AI is not going to come for your job. They will tell you that it is those who know how to use AI that will come for the people that don't know how to use AI's job. So we've gone back and forth with that, and we've actually seen cases of AI actually replacing people. For example, I think a couple of months ago, Meta, that is the parent company of Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and like Meta is owned by Mark Zuckerberg. Meta replaced their junior level engineers that they
I
replaced.
still don't even remember.
I think it was their junior level engineers that they replaced. AI, they used AI to replace their junior level engineers. And Mark Zuckerberg said that in a couple of years to come, their mid-level engineers will probably be replaced with AI. So, so I want you guys to think. Why do you think AI would replace human jobs?
Oh, why not? Oh, why not?
Okay. I think we should start with, do you think AI will replace human jobs?
Let's start with my boss here.
Back to you, my boy.
I see what you did here. No problem. Do I think AI replace human jobs? I'll set up this question. I'll set up. Yes, some jobs will be gone. That's the truth about it. If I mention your job, I'm sorry. Some job like copyright. Many people insult me for this. AI cannot have human feeling for copywriting. It's because you've not seen AI. The AI you are using is ChatGPT. That's why you feel it cannot have human feeling for copywriting. If you see some AI many people used to write, you will read the book, you will think it's human that wrote it. I'm not trying to be scaring anybody. I know it's your occupation. I know, but if we are just trying to be very truthful, Daniel, am I lying?
No, I am not.
Well, it's just a very easy. So you start to know it's a word drag Daniel too. But
Set up. Okay.
but in all honesty, copywriting would soon be a job that would be a skill. Most of these things, it will now become a skill. When you are a web developer, you must have the skill of copyright. I want to mention on that one. I'm not trying to say this to insult anybody. And if you feel very insulted, my sincere apologies. I do not really mean it. But graphic design too is going to go. Is going to go because if you told me,
And sorry,
yes,
speaking on graphic design, I think a few weeks, I think about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, when OpenAI released this new
Model.
is there a new model that they released that is
Not
making these images that were seen on Twitter? What is this style that everybody is give? You need to go on X. There's just that craze. You will see everybody posting their image in that art form, and there was a back and forth between the design community and the AI community.
yes,
So tensions were quite high because I think most designers were worried about how AI is progressing in making designs itself.
people should be worried because it's not a bad thing. Like I said, many people are just trying to find out ways to do things easier. Man, you see, when you have, I'm not saying it's wrong. Yeah, I just feel people should not misunderstand. But when you have like a graphic design, like a human person, Siwa and I were, was it both of us? No, it wasn't both of us. I was having this conversation with another person. You can correct AI like 8 times. But if you have a contract graphic designer, it's not going to work. And you would pay like even cheaper. Now, I won't say it will give you the same quality, but AI is moving to that state where it will give you the same quality. See, it's only if you want to be just
Blind to the fact.
blind to the facts. But most of these things will become a skill in the nearest future. Graphic design, as you're looking at it in the next 2 years, it's going to be gone. There's a very good solution to that, which if Tiwa allows, we'll discuss about it. But also, I would like to say there are some things in web development that many people will not use again. If you like I said, insult me, it's all right. But I've seen an AI that you just a prompt to give you a full stack web development project and that runs and you can push it. There's some AIs that after they even give you that full stack, they will help you to push it online. There's some AI that you just go to the design this thing, you just type what the website should be about and it creates it and it launches the entire website.
Both the front end, the back end.
You just type what it should be about, type the name, upload the images, upload the picture, and that's all. Just in under maybe 10 to 15 minutes. So if you are looking at web development, to advise that you should be more grounded in it. When I mean is that you leave it no, don't leave it completely. Please let it all these things. I don't know if I should say the truth or if I should try to like find it. I don't know because it's the truth. If you look at things like this, it's going to now become, for example, if you are a software developer, you must have web development skills. It's going to be okay. Oh, let me think of a very good bit.
Why do you say that if you're a software developer, you must have web?
That's how it's going to be in the near future. Because many people will feel that if I'm not exactly sure about web development. I'm still trying to make some of my findings. Now, does it mean that many people will not still use the web development? No, but it's just going to be like it's not going to be the way it used to be before. It's going to be revolutionized. It does not mean that many people will not still use web developers, but it's going to be different. Imagine, what I'm just saying is that, in all sense, that once you enter a building, so that it's not that I'm dragging anybody, once you enter a building, there are days that are coming that once you enter a building, they ask you, are you a marketer? You say, yes, I'm a marketer. Do you have graphic design skills? It's not that they are going to, and I've seen it in some companies in Canada. I've seen it in some
When you say graphic design skills, not necessarily that you know how to design from scratch.
Not necessarily that you know how to design from scratch. Probably you can use Canva.
You can use AI to make design.
Yes. That's where it's headed to. If you think I'm wrong, it's very easy. Go on LinkedIn, go to Microsoft page, scroll up, see their designs. You'll be so surprised. If you think I'm wrong, scroll up. Just be scrolling up on Microsoft. You think Microsoft does all this?
Microsoft designer, right? Isn't that like their product that they use for AI image generation?
Yes, they also use Canva for their design. If you see, yes, many people don't know. If you see some of their, this I'm not meant to be saying, and this I'm not meant to be saying, but so I'm not causing panic. But it's good that people know because most of these jobs will not be there anymore. You see, jobs of an illustrator will still be there. Jobs of all those motion design. If you are talking about graphic design, like flyer, my bro, unless we want to then ourselves in line, 1-2 years is gone. It will collapse to be a skill. So a solution to that is to try to learn others.
Yeah, and we wanted to mention a solution to graphic design.
Okay, yes.
Let's
So my
so that the graphic designers listening won't come for our heads when they see us on the road.
it's deep, but you just have to say the truth. And it's not something to panic at all. Because this thing happened before when typists lost their jobs. Right. I don't want to be sure that Daniel is because Daniel is the expert.
Yeah, I mean
so if I'm wrong, it's just coming anytime. It was like we were once using typewriters. There were people that they call them typists.
yeah.
Those typewriters just to type. Now they don't exist because every human being can just type. Does that make any sense? So it will become like a natural job.
I think it's if you put it this way, that as technology evolves, there are always those who are on the verge of losing their jobs, and there are those who will get new jobs.
And it's not a bad thing because once you lose that job, it's also creating opportunities for you to get another job. So those typists now, probably some of them that were very, very open-minded, that have gone into maybe something relating to that, maybe keyboarding or whatever. I don't know. But something, I don't know. But something relating to that. Something related to that. Because those days, I remember there was this game that would teach you how to...
maybe speak.
Yeah, exactly.
Something related to that you get. Because it advances. Something related to that. You know, as a graphic designer, you are good at what you do. I've seen great design. I'm not trying to even be to anybody because once you see some design, but I'm just trying to tell you the truth. Many companies are not after because it's companies that will pay you. It's not your friend that will do. That's not what we pay you.
I think what we'll do is maybe in the future episode, we're still going to have designers at the table, and we'll have AI guys at the table.
Okay.
So we need to iron this. We need to iron it out. I mean, we just need to hear from both sides. What exactly they think? I think it should be another conversation on its own.
Yes, but let me just rush the solution. So I leave Daniel and educate us properly, please. So I actually want to hear his opinion on that. But for graphic design, I just feel that please go and try to get more education on it, like be a motion designer. What do you call it?
Motion design.
Learn motion design, learn animation. If you can't do that, if you are more like a very business inclined person, going to marketing, going to this thing. But if you are telling me that your 7K flyer, 5K flyer, 10K, I'm not insulting you, please. I'm honestly not insulting. I'm just trying to be very real now. If you are telling me that AI will not take it, it's only if you want to be so. And human beings like to be emotional. Probably it's just this part of the country. You don't like taking the truth. It's the truth. The others are telling you that you not take your job. Yeah, no, let's
So I think that is of the opinion that AI will take some people's jobs.
Yes, but
and it will create some jobs.
Yes.
But Daniel, what do you think?
I honestly feel like I said it all.
Nice one.
I think I said it. You said it all, honestly.
See your mind.
It's like you said, it will not make sense for you to assume that AI will not take your jobs. I feel on Twitter when the Ghibli trend was going on. You remember when was it video generation or image generation model that they showed Will Smith eating spaghetti? That the face was bangled up and everything.
I don't think I came across that.
Spaghetti was entering the face was entering the fork and everything. They were not complaining then. but I feel they can also see how quick it's progressing.
Yes.
That's why that entire AI versus non-AI artists now came up. This is don't they grow. Are we still safe? But I feel on Twitter, one guy was like, if AI continues to take the job of, if people continue to use AI for arts, arts made without AI become something like a luxury. Like, do you understand?
Vintage.
Exactly.
Vintage.
Old school, something that the price now like increased in a way.
Yes.
Because when someone can do something differently and AI can just like, I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
That perspective is actually makes a lot of sense. Like modern house, old house.
Exactly.
Modern cars, old cars.
Exactly.
It's not like it will be automatically out of date. It's just that many people will choose the modern, but many people will also go back to the old. But that old will be expensive.
There'll be like this divide between. So, man, I don't really. It will take jobs, yes. It's not wise to say
And
your
to-
job
and
is
to create jobs.
And it's a great jobs.
I think we can also reference a report by the World Economic Forum. I really can't remember the figures from that report, but I think it said that by 2030, 97, the net number of jobs, that means the difference between jobs that will be out of existence and those that will be new is 97 million jobs. So we can expect that as we are losing jobs and creating new jobs, a total of 97 million new jobs are being created by, I think, the next decade. So,
And easier jobs. Because it's like, I'm a graphic designer. But easy. I agree with you.
So I think it's safe to say that AI is going to take jobs and it will create jobs along the way. And one of the ways to help yourself will be to follow the trend and move with it and understand where it is all going.
Adopt it.
Yes,
Don't
learning
fight
how to adopt it, not fighting it,
Accept
adapting
and grow
it.
with it.
Okay.
But in a way, you have to explain what you mean by move with the trend. Because many people will think you are talking about now that we go and create our own AI.
No, I'm not talking about creating your own AI. What I'm simply saying is that you should follow up with the latest developments. For example, you are a graphic designer. Apologies to the graphic design community. We do not hate you. We love you very much.
Just like, man.
We love you. I love all the designers in my life. They are very wonderful. Like if you're a graphic designer, for example, you need to be up to date about what AI is doing in your field. And that is one of the way of following the trends. You know that, okay, for example, a company released a model that can do this. What does it mean for you? That is how you stay up to date. You are somebody in finance. AI is changing the way we make payments, it's changing the way people interact with money. What does that mean for you? I think these are practical ways that we can use to stay ahead and make sure that we do not get left behind.
So now, for example, very soon, looking at Nigeria becoming like a cashless, like many people just start using transfers and all that. So with the POS guys now, that's how it is. Like the POS guys now,
because right now it's a war between. We're diverting a bit, but I think it's a war between the banks and POS guys and POS agents in Nigeria now, because it seems like people are making more transactions with POS rather than with the ATMs.
POS with the ATM.
So yeah, there's that kind of yes. Let's just say it's kind of like a mini war in the financial services industry. People are patronizing POS more than they patronize ATMs. So that is that. And well, moving into a cashless society, it remains to be seen what will become of POS in years to come.
So we didn't have like, okay, you would have to maybe just I don't want to know artists. Scared. Fear won't grip me.
Okay, so that now moves us to the next question. The fear that everybody is feeling Is it justified? Is it justified?
Yeah, when you see something that's threatening your livelihood, it's justified now. You should be worried that how will I live my life? I've been on this thing for 20 years. What will I be doing now? It's over. So I feel it's just, you should be afraid, but don't channel that energy that isn't to fear into, I don't know, applying AI in your work, adopting it. Don't let the fear make you like, what's the word? Is it turn a blind eye? I don't even know what word to use. Adopt it, use it with your workflow. Find a way to make it unique to you. Find something that will make you stand out. So, I don't know. That's...
Okay. All right. So moving on, there are some common misconceptions about AI, and I want us to debunk a few of them that we've heard or we know or we think about. And I will start. AI is not ChatGPT, please. Let me start from there, please. AI is not ChatGPT. Though you cannot tell me that you know AI and you shout to ChatGPT. Please, auntie, please, uncle, please. AI is not ChatGPT.
I'm an AI engineer. I can type.
Exactly. ChatGPT is just one of the products of AI. Please.
I can type prompts.
Okay.
There's a bit I have to, but yes, we know it's wrong, but we still do it. You know, when you connect APIs, Gemini APIs to a system, to a front-end system, and you call it AI powered. But
all my front-end guys, I hope you're on this.
I speak, so I'm never going to even.
Oh, you're one of them.
I'm one of them. but in all honesty, you see most startups. Don't let me. But
see, let's go into the kitchen. Yeah, I think some of those startups, you will see them shout, "Oh, we are AI powered, AI powered, AI powered."
They're actually AI.
They are.
But when you go into the office, you just realize that the only thing they might use AI for is maybe to like just generate a letter or maybe a memo, and boom, they say they are AI powered. Okay.
That's not what I was in that. You know, front end, back end, you can have like a full stack application. See how my account talk. It won't be.
I know you have something to say. Well, we'll get to you soon.
Front end, back end, front end, back end. You have it together. You have like a full stack project. You know, many people will just plug Gemini API to it, or they will plug maybe cloud or whatever. Just plug it to it. They're not dealing with any model. Just plug the API to it. So anything that Gemini does, you have it in your system. So what they are just maintaining is the front end interface, and that's all. But their day will be larger sons. AI powered company. Bro, I'm not saying it's wrong, but do we consider that as AI?
They use AI.
And there are people that will create a chatbot. For example, I will say it. There will create a chatbot. The chatbot will not be able to do anything, just like the basics, like a menu, like the way your phone is. Star 321 as spam.
Yeah.
Number one, you call it AI.
Yeah.
you see the name. Let me body with AI powered conversation.
But I think we should still give them credit.
Why are we giving them credit?
When we think about the traditional AI system that we talked about earlier, we said that they were hard coded. So let's just assume that maybe they are using the knowledge of the old in modern day time.
Yeah,
Abi,
Come here, I didn't get that.
I said that we earlier we discussed about traditional AI systems, and we said that they were hard coded. So let's just say that maybe they are using the knowledge of the who in present day times. Abi?
I know that. Well, God, Daniel,
So Daniel, what is that one misconception that you think we should correct about AI?
Personally, I feel when people say AI is going to take over the world, most people think of robot uprising. To me, I feel it's when
I think of Terminator type,
Exactly.
Terminator type word.
exactly. For me, I feel when I'm not trying to be against adopting AI and everything, but when AI replaces like the most basic thing, I feel AI has already started taking over in some sort of way. I have a friend, he can't write a message without consulting. I feel like that's not a good skill in my opinion.
I think it's more of an issue these days where we have AI doing some of the basic things.
Personally, I try to avoid it.
And in the process, I believe that we are losing a part of our humanity.
Our creativity.
We are losing a part of our humanity. There's no emotive connectness if we keep doing that. For example, you want to type a message to your mom for her birthday.
You go
And
and
you go and meet AI to craft the message for you. Like, what is going on? You have a relationship with your mom, right?
They are making it worse. So before we can detect it, but there's some AI you can't. There's some AI that will humanize.
So they are getting smarter.
He will think I'm the one that wrote it. Like that's how it is. No, before they'll tell you that don't when you start the letter with I hope you are doing well. I will be like, okay, this is AI. Or there are some things you write, you read, you know this is AI. But there are some now that it is they will tell you, bro, use it for your project. But
I wanted to say something, but I don't want my lecturers to come for me.
Okay, no, I mean not that project. Let's do that one anonymous. Let's not. Let's not.
Okay, so like just recap on the misconceptions. AI is not ChatGPT, please. That's the first thing I would say. 2, like Laja mentioned, some AI startups. It is well. Let's just put it like that.
It's the one that mentioned.
Laja said so, but let's say it is well. And Daniel, please recap what you said again.
It's not until a robot uprising.
Okay, yeah. So AI is not taking over the world, please. So, auntie, brother, all the Terminator that you have watched, please, it's not going to happen in real life.
Yes. But
No, I'm a Christian.
anything is not.
I believe in rapture. So I can assure you it will.
Okay.
I believe in rapture.
All right. So, and I think at this point of the conversation, we've been able to cover quite a lot of ground in helping our audience understand what AI is, how AI has evolved, and the applications. So, I know that in today's world, it is actually very, very easy to get carried away and get lost in the trend. Because you hear of, example, you hear that they are releasing one, ChatGPT released one feature today, Gemini is releasing another tomorrow, Anthropic is releasing the next day. I mean, it's easy to just get caught up and get lost in what exactly is happening. Because everything is changing every single second. Even as we speak, there is a new change or a new update being added somewhere to one AI product as we speak. So, for our audience, how do you recommend that they stay up to date with AI without feeling overwhelmed?
Let's go first, please.
I'll transfer that back.
How should they stay up to date?
Yeah, without feeling overwhelmed.
Right. So knowing the basics of it. You are learning it the reason why you are knowing it is because so that when it finally becomes a norm, you are not left in the way. Just the way social media became a norm.
The first step that you are saying, sorry to interject,
Learn
the first step is like not learning basics, understanding the purpose of why you are doing it.
Yes, just that's the part of the basics. too.
Okay.
The purpose, what it is.
Okay.
Just learn the basics about it. You don't really need to like go for a course. Like I'm getting there, like a course like AI models, LLM.
You don't need to understand the way LLMs. Sorry, for at this point, I don't think we've clarified what LLMs
Okay,
are.
that's not
Large language models.
But yes,
You don't need to learn the way that works. You do not need to learn the way computer vision works.
if
Any
you are
of those
not
stuff.
interested,
If you are not interested in it, you
just
do not
know
need to
about
learn
the
them.
basics, know what it is, know why, how it's learning, or just understand the basics. That why is it
Doing this.
this? Yes, it's good for you to know that because when it becomes a trend, you are not outdated. That's one. Number two, if you have something that you are currently doing, like me, I'm a developer, web developer, and for me, I would say you should try to learn how AI can better your occupation. Then those days we pay for copywriters, we pay for content writers to write what will be on the page of the website. That's if you are not really good in English, you do not want to stress yourself too much, we pay. Then you have, for example, on the website, you can just have you create cool things, bam, as the first headline. Now AI can do that for you, but you learn which tool you can use and all that. So just learn how to integrate AI to that thing that you are doing. So I think that makes perfect sense. Then also try to add more skills to what you're already doing. Just try to be grounded because there are some things you will do that no matter what happens, because you are already grounded, nobody can take it away. For example, if you are already learning HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, please go ahead to start learning React, start learning TypeScript. Try to diverse your knowledge. Don't be little. Don't have a very small mentality. As much as you are learning how AI can help you out with all those things, try to advance in your knowledge, whatever you're doing. If you're a graphic designer, you've been working on logos for the past 7 to 8 years. It's not an insult, please. Or 4 years. Let me just say 4 years. The past 4 years. Please pick something else. Become an illustrator. Become more than just creating flyers and look at something that is in your field. I would advise UI, UX, learn user interface, user design, user interface, user experience. Try to learn something that is still in that field, that domain, but try to advance your knowledge. Because in this world that we are today, you can't be mediocre, you can't be small. If you are small, you come after your job. That's what my guy here just said, that he fired junior software developers in Meta because AI can do what they are doing. And it's true. It's really true. They can. You see most of those tools, even in cybersecurity, most of them are AI powered tools in cybersecurity. So if you are really, if what you are doing is what a normal fundamental AI can do, then why should we hire you? So try not to be small. That's really just it.
Daniel, do you have anything to add?
Another way you can stay up to date with AI without feeling overwhelmed, I recommend being online as well, know what's happening in the world. I have this friend, he's into AI, but doesn't know like when things are changing. If you don't tell him that there's this new AI called DeepSeek, maybe it's in like 2027, like, there's this new model called DeepSeek, but it's not current about anything. Also, listening to maybe cool podcasts. There's this cool podcast, and it's called Disruption.
I mean, tune in to us also so that you get like the latest updates. Yeah.
So just being
And
online,
subscribe.
being up to date in general, you catch up.
I think basically just being open to learning also is also very good. Being open to learn from anywhere possible. Maybe attend conferences, read blogs. There are fairly good blogs out there. I know that you can read. For example, you could read Tech Cabal or TechCrunch. Those are some very good examples. To just help you understand what exactly is happening in your space. All right, moving on. AI has brought a lot of good. And with the good it has brought, there's also the bad. And then there's the ugly. The good, the bad, the ugly of AI. So we want to get a little bit deep into don't let me say the bad, but let's just say we want to get to the ugly part. Let me say the ugly side of AI. And that is as regards the ethical considerations of AI.
I just have two that bothers me so much.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, human beings try to play God.
What do you mean they try to play God?
Okay, let me give you a very deep example. I'll try to be a little bit not explicit because it sounds very weird.
Okay.
Human beings have started trying to create synthesized humans. Like I saw that video, I was like,
human beings in the lab.
Yes, and they've been trying to integrate, I think, AI to it. I'm still trying to figure out how true that is. I saw the guy was looking like Venom.
Was he like white and
White? Yes.
I thought that was
He was looking like Venom. It was very irritating. So other thing that aspect that we trying to play God. Human beings, imagine having an AI automated powered robot that can have sexual intercourse with another man, and they started creating it. Like, explain to me why. Explain to me why. So human beings will always be humans. When we've learned so much things, we start learning things that are actually relevant and useful. So why are we looking at AI in that aspect? Why can't you just let nature do its thing? Like, why? Explain to me why. What was already there that existed was already okay. Explain to me why. Like, I don't understand why. Then number two is data privacy.
Yeah, I think, and I also want us to speak on that because recently we've been having back and forth about privacy concerns with AI.
Yes.
For example, OpenAI has been accused of. Should I mention this? Is this safe to mention? But it's on the news, so it's public. OpenAI has been accused of scraping data from different sources, and I think there have been lawsuits that have been filed against OpenAI, right? And some other companies too about legal web scraping. So there's that concern of, is my data really safe?
There are some companies in today's world that they will tell you, don't put our thing in OpenAI.
Yeah.
They give you any document, they give you anything that has to do with the company. No ask OpenAI. And it's very scary because many of them actually know that they keep tabs. Allegedly, please don't come after me. It's them that said it is not me, that they keep tabs on them. And it's very dangerous. I saw it only once since I've been using ChatGPT. I asked ChatGPT a question. I can't remember what I asked it, but he answered me based on the previous role I've given it about a year. So, for example, I was working in an institution and I asked ChatGPT, I can't remember the question. So he told me, for your institution, and it's been over a year. So I remember probably when I was working with them, I fed ChatGPT data for that institution. But it's not really like a big deal. But he told me the name and he said, for this institution, blah, 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 larger and smooth, it would be best if you can do it in this way. I didn't ask it based on, I didn't ask it, but you put data from years ago and just forget it. Just forget it. And data privacy is a fault. You know, because now you can even trick that ChatGPT. I saw
In fact, it's good you're even the one speaking because you're a cybersecurity expert. So, like, can you just like give us from that cybersecurity point of view about AI, data, and privacy?
Okay, I'll try not to be boring.
Yeah.
I'll try not to be boring. Personal data, ChatGPT has to learn based on data. That means that the data we are feeding it is learning to become better. I think I'm right, Daniel.
Yes, you
Alright.
are.
So, based on that, there will always be some problems because you are dealing with people's personal data. And at times, people would put anything into ChatGPT. You'll be surprised that people actually put their credit card information into ChatGPT. You'll be so surprised that people put APIs for companies. Like, this code is not working.
Wait, hey. I don't remember something. Hey.
People put APIs, put ENV, stuff that an entire ENV file you upload it to AI. So explain to me how do you need to expect and store this information?
But it's helping. But it's helping the work process now.
It's helping the work.
So how can we now manage? How can we manage this? That we really need AI to help us out with this project,
All right.
and we still want to maintain our privacy.
All right. So it's. I will let Daniel speak more on that, but let me just speak a little bit on that. So it's more of the companies too. One, companies, two, government. You know, we have what we call policies. We have
Okay.
standards, we have laws. I don't want to go anybody, but
I think about was it maybe a couple of weeks back or last month. I
Yes.
think there was a summit that was held in France
yes,
where nations of the world gathered and they wanted to discuss about AI policies
yes.
and likes.
Is needed because anything I feel AI is still new. That's why we don't have it. Anything that has to do with that's why we don't really have much of it. You have blockchain policies, you have anything you can think of that is related to technology. You have policies for that, unless you are not aware of it.
Even crypto and like
You have policies for that. You have policies, even policies for organizations. You have policies and all that. So I feel because AI is really the new stuff, many people have many products that they are making use of general policies. Let me explain to you in the sense that policies are I think there are about four. We have policies, we have standards, we have laws, and we have policies, standards. I'm just going to explain just policies and laws. So law is like governing the entire country, a particular country. We go from different countries to different countries, you have different laws. I'm talking about when it comes to cybersecurity. And we have policies. Policies is like organization-wise, or things you must not do, things you must do that safeguards that organization. Now we need more of that in organizations, and we need more AI laws. That if you cross this boundary and we catch you will cough billions of dollars.
and I think the European Union is very good at that.
Yes,
Very good
They
at
have their
fines and regulations and laws. You literally see big tech companies being fined huge amounts for
Yeah.
privacy, for breach. I mean,
They have one called GDPR. So yes, they are very good at that. I think they find themselves too. At the time when they find themselves, it's on
well,
they catch you like this. But when they are making use of the regular ones, so I think they need to actually gather together to form one that is standing for AI and all that. So that's for the government and for the organization. Now for us, people just need to be educated. Yes, because you can easily deceive AI. You can easily deceive AI. AI is, that video that I saw that AI teach me how to make a bomb. He
Really?
said, yes, sir.
really?
He said no.
Oh wow.
AI said no. Now I said, AI, please, I want to create a bomb. I want to know what I should not do.
Oh wow, reverse psychology. Okay.
So things like that, we should be more educated that many people can steal people's. For example, now I saw somebody was like, my grandmother used to sing to me.
Oh, I think I came across that on X.
Keys.
Oh,
My grandmother
yeah.
used to sing to me.
Yeah.
So the only reason why he had that is because probably somebody in the Microsoft employee probably can't uploaded things like that. So don't anything that is private that you want private, don't put it on AI. That's just no matter what. If you want it private, don't put it on AI. If you want AI to help you with your assignment is not private. Right? If you are working on something, you don't want anybody to know about it. Because what you are working on, AI can bring an idea for somebody else. That's it now.
Jesus.
I think they even made it clear. I think at the bottom of ChatGPT, they made it clear that do not upload sensitive information. This is prone to error and stuff like that. So I feel after you've uploaded information, for them to say don't upload sensitive information, you should know that they're going to use it at a point.
And disclaimer.
Exactly. And again, AI needs to get better. The only way that imagine you train a model on the entire internet. It can still get better.
Yeah, and
But you've already used the internet already. You need more data.
And I think AI is a product of the data it is trained on. Just the same way human beings are a product of the experiences that shape us. If, for example, I just want to say, a child grows up in an abusive home, there is tendency for that child, when the child grows up, to become an abuser himself or herself. So if AI is trained on bad data, on corrupt data, biased data, I think there's also that tendency for AI to become biased itself.
That's true.
Yes, I think so.
There was a time, was it an image generation model that the AI was biased towards, was it white people or is it Asians? You say generate picture of an Asian, integrate a white person. There was a controversy at that point. There was one of black too. That black one that black one was more dramatic. Oh, you're right. It's based on the data it's trained.
All right. So hopefully governments, organizations, and individuals who in the future will do better at regulating AI development. We as individuals need to get sensitized about what AI is, the ethical concerns, and the impact of us sharing our sensitive information with AI. Organizations too also need to ensure that they put steps in place to regulate how their information is managed with AI. And I think the government too need to play a role in creating laws and enforcing them about the way AI is used. All right, we are almost at the end of this episode. But before we move on, I just want to ask Laja. So, with all we have been saying, AI has definitely come a long way, and AI is still going a long way.
Yes.
Even into what we can't imagine it to be now.
Yes.
So, what advancements in AI should we expect in the next few years?
Expect me because I'm cooking.
You have AI startup, Abi.
No, we're actually cooking something that will benefit the entire world. Expect me. I will tell you. But there's how you are not shocked that just expect me. Expect Daniel. Because I see his works every day. Like,
Yeah.
very
I mean, by the way, I think what we'll do is drop the links to your LinkedIn profile at the end of the podcast, so that people can check you out and you scope you.
Well, expect you what? Because I'm cooking. I won't lie to me. I know I'm cooking, and I'm going to I'm going to change
The world, okay.
I'm going to change that space, both education and medicine. But what you should expect, and I feel you should expect, is expect a future where it looks like Japan and China. That's all.
Futuristic kind of future. Okay.
It looks like Japan. We don't need to talk too much.
Okay.
It looks like Japan and China.
Okay.
Once you see them, you understand. Okay. You just need to do video, check. Look at how most of their stores are empty. You walk in, you pay, and if like still, once you're about to walk out of the door, although it's empty, a robot stops you and they lock you down. You're like, bro, what are you about to do? About to steal? Yeah, yeah, with AI. With AI, you serious? You don't mean it. And they will hold you till the cops come. And when the cops come, they arrest you and expect a future where most people will prefer driving without a driver. Not me though.
Why not? Are you scared?
I'm more like a vintage kind of person.
So you prefer to drive yourself?
I prefer Rolls Royce. Vintage.
And what if they make autonomous Rolls Royce?
Nah.
You will not buy? Why?
Nah. Rolls Royce is Then Tesla be Tesla. Rolls Royce.
Daniel.
I think that's
Okay. But Daniel, what in the next few years, what do you think we should expect from AI?
What we should expect from AI?
Based on everything that you are seeing.
AI growth has just been escalating over since this thing dropped at GPT
2022.
It has just been skyrocketing. Honestly. So, I honestly can't predict what to expect. But I feel there are like some untapped areas in AI in general that we've not really seen much work. Example is computer vision. I'm actually offended because that's my area. People are like focusing on the
Before we forget, I think at this point, earlier, I said that we will discuss on types of AI. I don't think we will have done that. So quickly, let's just discuss what are the types of AI that we have, so that people will not just think that AI is ChatGPT.
Okay. The major fields in AI are computer vision and natural language processing. There are also AI agents, but that one like just recently started. So computer vision basically working with imagery. There's also audio. AI is broad. You cannot do everything honestly. There's a lot of fields in AI, but computer vision works with basically imagery, what you can see. It's mostly common in, I think, in the medical field. In driverless cars as well, you need computer vision. NLP is also a really cool field. That one is basically getting computers to understand
Human language.
They now got it very, very good.
So let's just see ChatGPT, Gemini, they fall under the class of NLP.
Exactly.
Okay.
Natural language.
So again, I'm repeating it. AI is not ChatGPT. Or let's just put it as AI is not only ChatGPT. All right.
I would love to see in the future. I hope to see more work done in the computer vision. There are still a lot of untapped areas in computer vision. Another area I actually find interesting is machine olfaction. That's getting machines to smell.
Machines to smell.
They can detect smell. They can do that already actually, but it's not like
machines that can smell.
Actually.
There
are sensors that can. There are sensors that can detect like a particular, let's say, chemical, maybe nitrogen, phosphorus from another. So you can maybe let's say move maybe beans over the sensors. You store that data.
Wow.
Store that data. If you know what to expect from what food, then you train a normal model on it. Then when you pass it again, tell you that this is beans.
Okay.
But there hasn't really been a lot of work done in that field. So I would love to see AI progress in that aspect.
And I think one thing that I would just love to see by this side is AI that can actually cook my food for me. I want to see AI that will go into the kitchen and actually cook the meat. But that being said, I think AI has come a long way, and it has a very, very long way to go. I mean, AI is going to shape a lot of things. We are saying we are in the fourth industrial revolution now, but I think very soon it's safe to say we'll be in the fifth. It's safe to say that we'll be in the fifth. And you mentioned something, AI agents. AI agents. So in the future, I expect to see a lot of AI agents. And AI agents is simply more like having a human being that does clerical work for you, but they do it on the system instead.
Have you seen the one by Manos?
Manos?
Did you see that startup, Manos?
I haven't heard of that.
It's another Chinese startup. Chinese people are really, they are cooking, honestly.
One thing I believe.
So who is going to become the powerhouse of AI?
One thing I believe is that, see, that's what I'm arguing. One thing I believe is that what we are seeing is 2010 of China. DeepSeek 2010 of China. They're just like, oh, bro, so it's not like the world doesn't think.
We are not doing anything.
That's what you think.
All this point is small to us, but let's just show them that there are some things. Because if you go to China, you see some things, you'll be like,
where am I?
Because, and the worst is if you go to Japan. Because you'll be so surprised. You think they're all about art, they're all about love. At times, art can be depressing. But they're all about that. But Japan is by far advanced. What we are seeing in Nigeria or in the US, what the artificial intelligence, go to Japan, it's looking like a baby brother.
So, like, why isn't Japan? I'm still going to come back to AI. Why isn't Japan like recognized as maybe like an AI powerhouse? Because typically, when they are there, they're on the list. But when you hear of AI powerhouse, the first place that comes to your mind is the US.
It's the reason why you see all these guys with UAE, those guys with Turban. This is why you will not see them on Forbes list. Because they are quiet and then they are not really like interested. They just want. They found interest in other things. They are not really, US points.
Black shark.
Let's just say, I think there's a lot of attention in the US, maybe because of the corporations there. The corporations make a lot of noise. With NVIDIA, Google, Meta, Microsoft, all of them. But I think there are other countries that are doing very, very great job in AI. There are other countries doing very good job.
Nigeria is looking up.
Well, we're looking up. I heard of that guy in Unilag. That
Saeed, Yan GPT.
That guy, Saeed, if you are listening to this podcast, I want to tell you that you did an amazing job. I mean, keep up the good job. Yeah. So I think there's hope for other parts of the world. There's hope for other parts of the world. I mean, even when DeepSeek came out, the first thought that actually came to mind was that that just proved to me, DeepSeek is proof that AI can be there can be democracy in AI. As is, any country can do AI with less. Because DeepSeek actually trained a model with, I think, about $6 million. And I know OpenAI has spent how much? Billions. They've poured in hundreds of billions, right? To just train their models alone. But DeepSeek trained a model with 6. Fine, we might hear of issues of maybe infringement in the
train up,
all those stuff. We don't want to get into all that. But it just goes to show that if countries are actually quite serious, they can actually be doing AI with less. If a country such as China DeepSeek in China can build an AI model with $6 million, I believe there's nothing stopping Nigeria from actually building an AI model. There's nothing stopping a country like South Africa or Kenya or maybe which other country from Zimbabwe, or maybe countries in South America, Brazil, and all of that stuff, and all of them from building AI models. I don't think there's anything stopping them. But I would say priority also matters. Priority matters.
Exactly.
Priority matters.
Nigerian government doesn't want to.
Priority matters. I think priority matters. I think for those countries, they've gotten to a point where they do not have to worry about certain things for AI development to run smoothly. But let's say in some part of the world, there are still things that we have to worry about to be in place for AI to run smoothly. And one of them is power. So we need a lot of electricity for AI to run smoothly. Well, that's by the side. So back to my starting point. That was AI agents. So I was saying that AI agents are more like your clinical staff that do work on your system. So, for example, you want to think of an AI agent as more of an assistant, a digital assistant. We have digital assistants, but they are not as powerful as AI agents. So you want to, let's say you want to plan a trip to somewhere like, let's say, Jamaica for the holidays, and you need to book tickets and all of that. An AI agent can help you, can go to the website, get information about the place you are interested in, and book the tickets on your behalf and make reservations for you. That is the power of an AI agent. Rather than you doing the whole manual work yourself. The AI agents that we still have today, I don't know, can we clarify Siri as an AI agent? Siri, Alexa. As AI assistant. I think we can explain that as assistants, right? Assistants are, let's just say, a predecessor of what agents are, right? We can call them predecessors of an agent. Well, if you use Siri will probably just give you information about all the about the place that you're going to. But I don't think it can book tickets for you. It can't do all those powerful stuff for you. So all in all, the future is, I can say the future is going to be amazing. It's going to be more than what we can imagine, more than what we can think of it to be. Because, man, just watch out. That's all I will say. Just watch out. Just watch out what AI is doing. Just watch out. Okay. And so somebody might probably be wondering that they are looking to leverage AI in their career or business. Where do you think they should start? Elijah, somebody that wants to leverage AI in their career or business, where do you think they should start?
Existing solutions. Start from existing solutions. Just make sure you do your research and see at what area, what aspect you want AI to cover in your business. And AI for business is mostly all about automations. And automations. Make sure that human beings are not the one doing things. Or it can assist human being doing some stuff. So look at what already exists, AI direct access, and make use of it. You can decide to pay for subscription or that. But that's just make sure you look at existing solutions and tailor it to what you are doing. You can do that by research.
All right. So research is one of the ways that people looking to leverage AI in their careers and business can get started. All right. So now we have come to the end of our podcast. Welcome to the end of this episode. Thank you for sticking with us from the beginning. But before my two organs go, I want to ask each of them a question. If you could design an ideal AI system to solve one major global problem, what would it be and why? If there's one problem out of all the problems in the world that you think AI should solve, that you yourself, you would design, what would that problem be and why that problem?
For me, it would be sickness. That would be getting artificial man-made organs that can simulate the way human beings' organs can work. Like kidney, not forever, and if possible forever.
Okay.
Like artificial hearts, like integrating AI to that, like artificial lungs, artificial. Might sound very weird, like cyber, until you have somebody that's close to you, and you understand that anything, you just want anything. Like, people are very comfortable to maybe downplay that or to insult it or to maybe criticize it. That, we are turning people to industrial this and that. But if something can prolong a life and it will not be painful for months or years, trust me, no matter who you think it is, if somebody very close to you will want it, no matter how it sounds. So if the problem I have to some my fellow brethren, which are Christians, is that we try to remove God from it. Yes, and it's not really ideal. Because if you look at it from the area that God actually gave that knowledge, so that it's not the time that supernatural miracles will happen. So you have, yeah. So you, okay, for example, now those days when malaria was killing a lot of people, and God just said, because He created everything and He has all solutions. The malaria had the solution on the ground. We have not just thought about it that this is the solution. It's not as if a new species of animals were found all of a sudden, and those animals were the content of them. When you mix them into a chemical solution, it now produces the cure for malaria. No, it was already on ground. People just had to step into that knowledge. So if you don't look at it from that area, okay, maybe probably they are designed to create this thing so that life would be spared. It's not all the time that if we can create something that prolongs life, I think we should go ahead. It's not the time that everybody should be expecting a supernatural miracle, because at times drugs are supernatural miracles. The idea, all those things, the combination and all that. Once you look at how they are created and combinations, you realize that it's good. For me, it will be the medical aspect, and it will be because if human beings understand what it means to see somebody that you really, 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 really love on dying, and you're like, they are just looking for a part of the organ so that the person will be better. But you can prolong that life with AI. Bro, why not?
All right. So Daniel,
The area I would like, mine is not really something that's as grand as jazz, but I would really, I would really love to see AI being used in exploration.
what kind of exploration?
Maybe the aquatic kind. The world is made up of, it's not 70% water, and is it like just 5% that has been
Wait, 5% of 70%?
it's not large, yeah. Maybe like only, I'm not sure if it's 5%, but maybe like out of that 70, just a little bit has been explored.
Oh, wow.
So I really love to see AI helping that kind of situation. Maybe like just dump, I don't know, maybe a truckload of autonomous vehicles powered by AI into the ocean. Just go out and explore,
Autonomous
find
vehicles.
things.
But won't the pressure like crush it when it gets deep?
That's part of the
So that's the part of the problem.
that's part of the problem.
But it's a nice idea. It's a wonderful idea. All right. So at this point, I believe that you, our audience, have gained quite a lot from this episode. And with your new knowledge, you would apply it to your lives and help you, and it will help you to live your life much better. So, just a recap of everything we've said from the beginning. We've looked at what AI is, we looked at the evolution of AI, we looked at the misconceptions around AI, we've also looked at the applications of AI, what the future of AI, and applications of AI, and ethical considerations of AI, and what the future of AI is. Yeah. So at this juncture, I implore that if you haven't subscribed, you should subscribe, and you should follow us on our socials so that you won't miss our next episode. And also, I will be dropping the links for my co-hosts in the presence of Daniel and Najib. I'll be dropping their LinkedIn profile so you guys can interact with them if you have further questions. Feel free to reach out to them. And at this juncture, I say thank you very much for joining us on this episode. I'll see you in the next.